take over on the camera there, David, if you wanted to come up here.
Oh,
Now,
my
I'm
shoes.
not going to be listening to you complaining about
I don't
feet
complain.
anymore.
I don't complain.
I don't have my thank you list, of course. It took me too long to blow out the torch when we were coming in here, and I forgot to run back to the car and get my thank you list. So I'm going to wing it here. We're not using the mic. I didn't think so, but my head is swimming today. It's so difficult to coordinate this campaign from the road. We're basically administrating from the road. And before I get into that, I'd just like to say that, like Ed, who I'm from Victoria, so I've met Ed before, and I've been in his office several times talking about the issues at hand. And like George, I was very, very close to the end of my life when I had my transplant. My doctor said it's got to happen right now, and 20 minutes later my pager went off. So you know, I'm very grateful to my doctor for saying that, because who knows, maybe what he said had something to do with it. And I've been very, very fortunate in having a trouble-free transplant, and I thank my donor family every single day of my life for being given the opportunity to live each day forward from that point on. And so this is an issue that is very, very dear to my heart, and I know that there are thousands and thousands of Canadians that feel the same way. I joined George when I heard about his campaign. Come over here.
He was desperate for help because he'd gone through 5 road crews between Toronto and Calgary, Alberta. One of his road crews was a couple of soldiers who had been to Bosnia, and they couldn't keep up with George. They couldn't keep up with George. And they said, oh yeah, we've been to Bosnia, we can put up with anything. And they couldn't keep up with it. And so when I heard that, I felt that I'm a very determined individual, and I think that it's got me this far. And so I was determined to join George and help coordinate his events through British Columbia. I know a lot of people in a lot of different communities due to my community work in Victoria, and I thought that I could be of benefit to him, especially when he arrived in Victoria, which, by the way, will be his birthday. So we're planning a big party on that day. But this, perhaps the hardest part of this campaign is financial. And we have no corporate sponsorship. We have never been offered any help from any corporate sponsorship to maintain this campaign. And so we're basically living out of one vehicle. We're administrating and coordinating all events in all of the communities, and to date, we've got something like 58 in British Columbia alone, and then we're only halfway there. We've got Newfoundland to start off with, and Newfoundland and Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, Quebec, and have I left anything out? Ontario.
Ontario.
And so there are several things that we're trying to do, and one of those is to obtain another vehicle. And we need a recreation vehicle, especially this time of year. There's a lot of great camping in British Columbia, and a really great opportunity to see the... I'm getting a lot of static from this side, so I keep running off topic here, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, we need long-distance cell phone coverage. We spend $3,500 a month on cell phone, and no telephone company has come forward, and due to the benefit of our exposure, has offered to help us. We need a laptop. We have a website which is being coordinated from Victoria, but we've got to get the information on a daily basis to on the website. So consequently, our website is out of date almost constantly every day. And we need to keep our website up to date so that you people, if you want any information about our campaign, where was that campaign? We need to work on that, and so we need to do that every day. It's an immeasurable tool for the gathering of information from the 500 communities that we travel through. And we need a public relations team to handle the enormous amount of details required for each community event. There's over 1,000 events planned for the whole campaign, and we have a proven mark in helping to change the situation. But we need help in doing that. And so you can visit us over the weekend at our booth, and I believe our booth is going to be situated right here in front. At least that's what Pat told me earlier. And we look forward to seeing all of you people and all of the other people that are going to be visiting here this weekend, and we can talk to you about, we can answer your questions about what it takes to be an organ donor. And just to reiterate what George and Ed and Jim were talking about, Canada has, I believe it's a 14% organ donation to transplantation ratio. Spain has a 31%, and it has the best in the Western world. So what are we doing wrong, and what is Spain doing right? And I think that maybe we can look at their model and learn from that, and also maybe even improve on that, because even that is a very small ratio. So you can visit our website, and it's very simple. It's www.stepbystep.ca. And thank you very, very much, citizens of Castlegar. It's the first time I've ever been here, and man, I tell you, I love the Kootenays. I've never really been through the Kootenays before. It is absolutely an incredible part of British Columbia, and I, for one, am going to come back here and visit this when I'm able to do that. Now, I'd like to thank again Pat for helping to coordinate this event. It's incredible for us to be a part of this weekend, even though I'm flying off to Victoria tomorrow morning for a few days. And Ed, it's a delight to see you again, and I'm glad to see that you're on the mend and that you're feeling better, and that the transplant is working. And Jim, although I haven't met you yet, I hope to do that very shortly. And thank you very much for coming out here tonight. And well, I wrote it down here somewhere. Here we go. Dale, thank you so much for bringing George his shoes. I think he's going to appreciate that very much. And that's Mallard's Source for Sports. So when you need a pair of running shoes, that's where you go, right there. And I'd like to thank the Best Western Hotel, and I'd like to thank the Sandman Hotel for providing us with accommodations this weekend. We have two people here. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. Emery and Beverly Wilson from Nelson, who Beverly was absolutely instrumental in getting us coverage and coordinating an event in Nelson. And she is also a kidney transplant recipient. So thank you so much once again, and they're going to be helping us with our booth this weekend. So I think I've been up here long enough, and I thank you very, very much for allowing us to do this today. Thank you.
I'll do some checking. I think we'll